Hi, co-learners. Welcome back to our session, Empowerment Technologies. Now, under this core subject, we'll discuss or focus on the two concepts or the discussion on advanced skills in ICT. So we have three bullets. First, we have the advanced word processing skills. Second, we have the advanced spreadsheet skills. And the last one, advanced presentation skills. Now, on your first bullet, maybe you would think of the different applications or the common applications being used in word processing, which is the Microsoft Word. So aside from the Microsoft Word, we have a lot of applications and software that can be used except doon sa Microsoft Word. So I'll teach you what are those advanced skills that you need to learn on the word processing. So just an overview about the advanced spreadsheet skills and presentation skills. From the term spreadsheet, I am referring to the Microsoft Excel. So the common knowledge that you have when we talk about the Excel is the Microsoft. The Microsoft, no, this is actually the one of the most essential skills na kailangan matutunan kahit anong career, no? Kahit anong career, you really need to know and learn about uh, the spreadsheet skills on the use of on how are you going to use the spreadsheet or the Excel. And then the last bullet, the presentation skills. Of course, you would think of the PowerPoint presentation. But aside from the Microsoft PowerPoint, we also have a lot of applications and software that can be used aside from those that I have mentioned. So now, let's start with the word processing. So let's go back to the yesterday of word processing. So I hope some of you are familiar on this image. No? Sana naabutan ng mga generation today on what is this on what machine is this, no? Itong nakikita nyo sa screen ninyo. So this one ay typewriter, no? This is part of the word processing machines na ginagamit noon nung wala pang invention totally ng mga personal computer. So this is very crucial or mahirap nga lang siyang gamitin kasi you really have to press yung mga letters and numbers na talagang madiin kasi ah yung itong mga nakikita nyo na ito, yang bakal na yan. So, kapag hindi kasi madiin yung pagkakapindot nyo dyan sa mga word, sa mga letters, ay hindi siya parang magpe-print or magtatatak doon sa bond paper or dyan sa papel na nakalagay. And kailangan maingat din sa paggamit nito, no? Kasi somehow kapag sobrang madali ka, minsan maiipit yung daliri mo dyan between sa mga spaces niya, na yan. So, medyo masakit, no? So, in our generation before, back when I was elementary and high school, so part ng mga activities na pinapagawa sa amin ng mga teachers namin is through the use of the typewriter. So, dati kapag sinabi nila, submit your baby thesis pa kasi tawag nila during that time, sasabihin nila typewritten. So, typewritten, alam na namin yan with the use of the typewriter and kailangan dapat ang ink ng iyong typewriter ay marami or yung may ribbon kasi siya na tinatawag, no, as far as I remember. You can correct me if kung meron bang other terms na tawag doon sa ginagamit diyan sa ink ng typewriter. Pero to the best of my knowledge, may naalala ko na ribbon na tinatawag saan. So we are very careful sa pagta-type kasi once na nagkamali ka ay hassle. Why? Kasi dati ang meron pa nun is liquid eraser. Wala pa noong time namin ng tape eraser, yung ginagamit ngayon na kulay white, no? So, dati kapag nagkamali kami dyan, antayin pa namin matuyo yung liquid eraser. So, kailangan talaga maingat, no? So, that's the typewriter. No, ito yung isa sa mga naabutan ko nung nag-aaral nag-aaral pa ako back when I was elementary and high school. Now, we have this different or this different word processor or parang evolution yan na tinatawag, no? So, noong 19th century, and this is how the typewriter or word processor na yung machine, itsura niya, no? Ayan. So, medyo ano pa siya, bulky, parang wala pa siyang casing. No, pagdating ng 1940s, yan, karoon na development ng IBM. So, this is the typewriter during the 1940s, and then in the late 1970s, and we have this kind of word processor. And then, at early 1980s, ito na yung tinatawag natin na personal computer. No? Dati pa nga ang tawag dito is kuba. Kasi nga, ano, makapal yung sa likod. No? But today, we have a lot of innovations na ng personal computer. Yung monitor ay hindi na siya yung kuba na tinatawag, pero flat screen na. No? And today, we are using this gadget, no, the laptops na tinatawag natin, which is easy to carry, na kung saan portable siya, no, nakalagay na dyan sa kanyang motherboard. Yung meron, yung, kumaga dito, sa makikita nyo, itong sa may keyboard niya, nandiyan dyan, ano yung mga other, yung mga internal parts ng personal computer dati na kaya naman pala siya pagkasyahin sa ganitong klase ng portable machine, no? And yeah, so we have also yung mga printers today na ano na the laptop can be connected via Wi-Fi connection. So these are some examples of the word processors being used simula noon hanggang ngayon. Now, yan. These applications, as I have said a while ago, there are other applications and software that can be used aside from the Microsoft Word. So we have the Apple Pages and then the Google Docs. Google Docs somehow sa online learning natin today, Google Docs are most used kapag magsasubmit ng mga activities, no, sa Google Form, or sometimes sa uh, mga performance tasks na pinapagawa sa atin ng mga educators natin. So, ang kainaman naman kasi sa Google Docs, you don't need to save it at all, no? Kasi automatic na siya mag-save. But what you really need is an internet connection. So, Microsoft Word naman, you have to save it talaga every minute kapag meron kayong ginagawa, because for instance, kapag wala siyang auto recovery, lahat ng mga ginawa mo, you'll back to zero kapag nagkaroon ng discrepancy, no? So we have also the cycle in word processing. Of course, you have to begin on creation. Mag-create para kang magda-draft. So upon creating uh, your document, then that's the time that you have to edit natin, parang proofreading, then after the editing portion, then save. Okay? And after you have saved it, then print. So that's the cycle in the word processing. Now, this is the view or the viewpoint of Microsoft Word. So most of you are familiar dito sa ating Microsoft Word. So, karaniwan, ito siya. Then there are a lot of tabs sa taas. Home, insert, design, layout, references, mailings, review, view, tell me, and so on and so forth. The commonly sa home naman, nakalagay dito yung mga sa fonts. Okay, as you can see. So, andyan nakalagay sa font style, font size, no? Dito siya. So, this is the font style. You can if you click this one, you can see different font style being installed on your computer, and then this is the size. Okay, so below this font style and font size, yan, nakikita natin itong letter B, which is the bold, letter I, italic, and then the underline. So this is the strike through. Okay, and then I would like to share also this button. So this is a kind of command na kung saan kapag kanik natin siya, you don't need to edit ng manual yung inyong mga statements sa tinatype ninyo. So you can highlight yung certain paragraph or yung certain sentence na ginagawa ninyo, whether you wanted it to be converted into being uppercase. Kapag sinabi natin na uppercase, capital letters lahat. And then the lowercase, ito yung small letters lahat. Then there is also a command there na um, sentence case. So pag sentence case naman, the format is it begins with a capital letter dun sa first word and ends with a period. So those are just the common uh, formatting dito sa button na ito. Okay? So further details will be posted no yung sa basic basic knowledge patungkol diyan sa mga control keys ng Microsoft Word. Now, let's focus on this discussion with this two. What you need to learn on this discussion is the mail merging and label generation and integration or integrating images in external materials. So let's first proceed to the mail merging and label generation. So I'll be discussing to you the basic knowledge muna o yung mga terminologies as well patungkol dito, no? So sending and receiving electronic mails. So electronic mails, this is the prolonged definition of the email. E stands for electronic and then mails. So nowadays, it's very essential for us to check regularly our email, our pag-check natin ng mga mga emails natin such as the Gmail or even the Yahoo kasi our communication nowadays is via electronic mail, no? Kung if for formality in business, in education, we communicate via email. Now, in the professional world, sending information to convey an important information is really essential. But because of the innovation of the ICT, things are now being more convenient and messages are now being sent a much faster. Hindi katulad sa mga traditional letters, mga newsletters na pinapadala natin dati or even the postmail. Kasi before, nung wala pa naman ang email address na na, na website as a tool for us to send a message today, noon kasi you have to go to post office para ipadala yung liham sa iyong minamahal. So, it will really took a long, parang mahabang oras para bago ma-receive nung pagpapadalhan mo ng sulat. So, medyo hassle nga lang noon. But that's the traditional way. But today, with the use of the internet, you can really send out information easily. But what if you have to send letters to numerous recipients? Paano magiging convenient kaya ang work natin pagka ganun? No? Let's find out. So, about mail merging, these are some of the questions. Okay? So, what if, just for an instance, hindi nyo alam ang mail merging? What if, marami kayong mga recipients, marami kayong kailangang padalhan ng invitation, marami kayong kailangang padalhan ng letter. No? What if? Another question. Would not take that too many hours. Imagine kung ang pinigay sa'yo ng iyong boss or ng iyong teacher, sabi niya, etong papadalhan mo ng mga invitations or ng sulat, tapos ang nakalagay doon sa listahan is 500 to 1,000 recipients. Di ba? Imagine kung isa-isahin mo yun, that would take too many hours para matapos mo yun. No? And then last, what if you have a small database of information where you can automatically generate those letters? No, paano na? That's why we have the mail merging. Ano ba ang mail merging na tinatawag? So, a mail merging, this is a feature that allows to create documents and combine or merge them with another document or data file. So, from the term itself, merge, pinagsama, no, combination, no? So, what are these components na being combined sa pag-mail merging, no? So, number one, we have the form document. And then the second, list or data file. So, these are the two components that you need para sa mail merging. So, in this particular, we will learn how mail merging works, paano ba ang function nito. At commonly sa Microsoft Word, we can see the picture of the mail merge. And as the name suggests, again, it's about the combination. So, the simplest solution doon sa mga tanong natin kanina is the mail merging. So, let's find out. Now, let me show you first the example of a form document. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung form document na tinatawag? As you can see, this is just a form, parang format ng isang letter, ng isang liham. So, the form document is the first component of mail merge document. So basically, kung wala ito, wala kayong magagamit for the mail merging. It is the document that contains the main message or the body of the message that you want to convey or send to the recipient. So the main body of the message is the part of the form document that remains the same no matter whom you send it from among your list. Okay? So, under this form document, as you can see, I have encircled some parts of this letter, and uh, this part, let me show you itong mga parts natin. Okay? So, yung first part, yan, this one, itong arrow natin, as you can see, it includes the name and then the address. So, ano nga bang tawag dyan? It is known as placeholders, okay? Placeholders, data fields, or the merge fields. So, this is a position on your form document where individual data or information will be inserted. So, dyan, mag insert automatically yung mga needed information such as the name and then the address. Now, from this sample document, the placeholders are denoted or marked by the text with double-headed arrows. Anong double-headed arrows? Ito yun. Yan. So, biniligon ko siya. I just zoom it. No, yan, ito. So, this is the double-headed arrows. So, ano ba ang purpose ng double-headed arrow? So, it's, as you can see, it was being placed on both sides and with a gray background, no? So, ito kasi ay para siyang blank. Kapag sa printed standard form, ito yung parang underline spaces. Kapag printed siya, no? Na makikita natin sa mga form documents, sa mga letter. So, in the form document sa Microsoft Word, it's literally a form that you will fill out the individual information. Ibig sabihin, dyan i-insert yung data nung pagsasendan natin. So a common example of a form document is a regular tax form or application form. Then another form letter, which is exactly like the one in our example above, is those that I have mentioned, the tax form and then the application form. So para siyang template. Ang papalitan lang dyan is itong mga details and ito, yung sa title. Okay? Now, what about the second component? List or data file. So this is where the individual information or data that needs to be plugged in or being merged to the form document. So kanina, nakita niyo dun sa previous slides. Balik ko lang. Ayan. So, ito may name, address. So, this is where, yan, i-fill natin yung needed information. Ito yung mga needed information natin. So, dito yung contact name. So, itong si contact name, automatic siya na mag-fill dito kay name. Then, the address. Yung address, automatic din siya mag-fill dito sa address. And then, the name automatically filled on this part sa title. No? So, that's it. So, without this data file, you cannot do the process of mail merging. Okay? So, you have to import this one. So I'll just post a detailed demonstration on how to mail merge. But for now, you just have to know what are this needed information na kailangan nyo munang malaman before we do it or before we apply this uh, informations na natutunan nyo. Okay? As well as the label generation. Okay? Now, what about integrating images and external materials? So, paano ba yung paglalagay ng mga pictures, ng mga video, and other materials sa ating Microsoft Word? Ito ang ating element. So, integrating. Okay? So, like for example, this one, diba? The background image. This is a material that I have integrated into this PowerPoint presentation. So, before you know about the PowerPoint presentation, ito muna tayo sa Microsoft Word. So, ano nga ba at paano ang proseso ng pag-integrate or pag-insert ng mga needed materials? Okay? So, sa Microsoft Word ninyo, if you click the button, insert, is you will see the materials. Ito yung mga pwede nyo i-insert doon sa inyong document. You have the table, the picture, clip art, shapes, smart art, chart, and then the screenshot. So, we'll discuss this one by one. Ano ba yung pagkakaiba ng mga ito kapag, ano ba yung mga dapat mong pindutin dito kapag ito yung kailangan mong i-insert? Right? So, let's start with the different materials in that you need to know. Okay? So, let's consider the interesting aspects of integrating images and other materials that can be categorized as an advanced feature. So, these are the kinds of materials. So, pinakita ko na sa inyo kanina yung overview, no? Now, the pictures. This is the common material that was being used sa word processing na paano ba mag-insert ng picture. Now, we have the different files na pwede nating i-insert. So, the pictures are categorized into three. The JPEG, the GIF, and the PNG. So, this was, the third bullet was pronounced as PNG. Okay? So, it's a common mistake for most people na ang basa nila dyan is PNG, but this is actually pronounced as PNG. So, let's start with the JPEG. Okay? So, this was pronounced as JPEG. But, what does JPEG stands for? So, the JPEG stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. Okay? So, this is an example of a JPEG, no? So, flat lang siya, no? Flat image lang siya. So, it is, this type of image can support 16.7 million colors. That is why this is suitable for use when working with full color photographic images. But, sometimes kapag, be careful lang kapag ang dami nyo ng image sa inyong Microsoft Word, it adds as parang lumalaki yung kanyang file size kapag sinave, no? So, just be careful lang, lalo na kapag ang laman ng document is puro talaga images. Sometimes hindi na kayang i-open ng Microsoft Word. May mga ganong instances. So, unfortunately, it does not support transparency. Yung ganitong uri ng picture. Hindi niya kayang mag-support ng transparency. And this file can be difficult to integrate in terms of blending with other materials sa inyong Microsoft Word. Halimbawa, may aside from picture, you want to integrate this to other materials like shape, no, medyo mahirap nga lang siya. Kasi you have to do the other formatting. So, it does not work well sa mga lettering, sa mga line drawings, and simple graphics. But JPEGs are relatively small in file size. Depende rin, no? Depende rin sa quality ng i-insert nyong image. Okay? Again, this is an example of the JPEG. What about the GIF? I'm for sure you are very familiar on this kind of picture. This is somehow a motion picture. And GIF stands for Graphics Interchange Format. Okay? As you can see, hindi siya katulad kanina ng JPEG na flat lang siya. This time, the image is somehow a motion picture. No? Pero minimal lang naman ang galaw. Para siyang umuulit-ulit. No? That's the GIF. This type of image is capable of displaying transparencies. So it is good for blending with other materials or elements in your document, such as shape, the table, and so on and so forth. But uh, it is, it is only applicable sa soft copy. But hindi siya applicable kapag printed. Of course, kapag pinrint mo na, hindi naman yan nagagalaw, right? So, it can only support up to 256 colors. Unlike kay JPEG, it can support millions of colors. So, it is good mostly on logo, sa mga decorations, art decors, with very limited solid colors. So again, GIF is better for logo, drawing, small text, black images, or white images, or even the low resolution files. Ayan. So if you will search or look for an image na GIF sa internet, or sa Google, sa Yahoo, kung gusto nyo GIF, ang makita ninyo, apply the proper keywording. Ano ba yung pagsa-search, di ba? So, halimbawa, gusto nyo hanapin, like for example, computer. Ang gusto nyo is gumagalaw. So, you can add sa dulo ng computer.gif. So, in that case, you can easily find GIF computers. Alright? So, this is just an example. Actually, this is my image being the end result of a certain application sa isang cellphone. I forgot the cellphone, no? Parang basta may ganito siyang picture. Now, what about the last one? The ping. Okay? Ping stands for Portable Network Graphics. Okay? This is built around the capabilities of a GIF. And its development was basically for the purpose of transporting images on the internet at faster rates rather. No, it is good for blending kasi transparent siya. Paano ba yung pagkakaiba niya sa JPEG at sa GIF? Paano yung transparent, ma'am? So this is how it goes. Okay? So this is an example of a logo, a PNG file. Now, so this is the difference. As you can see, yung JPEG, meron pa siyang background na white. But when you convert it to being PNG, the background was being removed. Ano lang naiwan? Ito lang. No? Yung apple lang ang naiwan. So, it does not support animation, but it can display 4 million of colors. No? So, the image quality for this image type is remarkably improved. So, mas siya, enhanced compared doon sa JPEG. And it allows the control of the transparency level or the opacity of image. So, kung gusto niyo ng ganitong picture na transparent yung kanyang background, again, you can type in sa inyong mga web searching engine, ganyan na, halimbawa, Apple, and then that PNG or that thing. Okay? So, I hope you have a better understanding on the differences of this JPEG, GIF, and PNG. Alright? So, let's proceed to the second kind of material that can be used in the integration. So, yan. The clip art are generally a GIF type. So, iba-iba. Meron dyan na GIF, may iba naman na line art lang. So, what are the examples? As you can see on your screen, ito siya, parang generic type of image lang siya. So, it only represents the ideas and objects that you might want to integrate in your document. So, halimbawa, when it's related to a teacher or education, you can include this one. When it's about the music, so may lalabas yung kapag tinype nyo sa clip art na sa Microsoft Word. Kasi sa Microsoft Word, meron na doon mga collection ng clip art. So you just have to type on a certain clip art na pwede nyo i-insert sa inyong document. Okay? So there are still other clip arts that you can purchase or ma-download sa pamamagitan ng ibang provider. Whether you search it sa Google, no, sa Yahoo, or other third-party providers except sa Microsoft Word. Okay? So that's it. What about the third one? We have the shape. Okay? So it's very easy to understand. If you click the button there, the shape, may ito yung lalabas. No? So, ayan. Ito yung sa first part, ano yung mga common na ginagamit ninyo or yung mga recent na ginamit ng mga shapes, and then there are also the lines, the rectangles, and then the basic shapes and the back arrows. Alright? So, these are the printable objects that you can insert sa inyong documents para mas mapaganda yung appearance ng inyong file. And to have some tools para sa pag-compose at pagre-represent ng inyong mga ideas at message na gusto nyong i-convey doon sa inyong audience. So halimbawa, if you are trying to design a layout for a poster or other graphic materials sa advertising or marketing, you might find this useful, itong mga shapes. You just have to explore. Kasi may mga formatting din naman yan kapag nag-insert na kayo ng shape. What about the fourth one, the smart art? So, technically, the smart art are being used to group together the ideas or organize or create a structural idea. Meron siyang organization of thoughts. So, if you want to graphically represent the hierarchy of an organization, then you can use the tool hierarchy. Ayan. So, the process, may makikita din kayo dyan. If you want to show a flow, then you can use a certain tool here that can show flow or infographic documents. Then, you may find it easy kasi na-organize yung mga ideas ninyo doon sa inyong document. Okay? So, that's it. What about the fifth one? The chart. Okay? So, as you can see the chart, most of you somehow, iba kasi dito nalilito sa difference ng chart at saka ng smart art. So, sa smart art, again, remember this thought, it's about organizational groupings of ideas and structural in nature. Kapag chart naman ang pinag-uusapan, this is commonly used to represent data. Okay? Ano yung mga data? Ito yung mga characteristics and trends or statistical data. So, this is useful particularly sa pagpaprepare ng mga reports that correlate and present a certain information in a graphical manner. So, halimbawa sa mga research paper, when you want to present certain graphical data about your survey, you can use this one. So, you can create charts na pwedeng nyo i-insert sa inyong document either sa Microsoft Word or from external files like the Microsoft Excel. Sa PowerPoint presentation, meron din. Automatic din nag-generate dyan kapag naglagay na kayo ng data. Okay, so that's it. It's about the data characteristics sa chart. What about the last one? Screenshot. Okay, it's very easy to insert. Kapag kinlik nyo lang yung screenshot doon, there's a particular window na screenshot niya and then hola, ayun na. Automatic na siya magpe-paste doon sa inyong document. So that's how screenshot works. So this is just an example. So this is the screenshot of my screen. Okay? So, automatic siya nag-paste dito naman sa PowerPoint. So, same din sa inyong document. So, if you want to insert instantly, just click the screenshot button doon sa insert tab, and then it will automatically be inserted sa inyong document. You don't need to use other snipping tool or mga screenshot application para lang mag-insert. You just need to click the screenshot button there. Okay? So those are the materials that you can integrate sa inyong document. So the demonstration will be posted. Just keep posted on this channel or on our session group so that you learn more about the advanced word processing skills. Okay? So I hope you learned something from this session and God bless you all. Thank you so much.